So I've got the sink ready for the rock wool to be soaked in this bucket, and I'm going to fill it up with water, with 2 gallons of water. What I'm going to be using just for some light nutrient solution for the water so that it really helps the roots to really develop is the general hydroponic system. It's a 3-part system, and so I have prepared a small mixture already. We're going to fill up 2 gallons of water. This jug is 2 gallons. It's actually 1 gallon. Sorry, it's 1 gallon, so I'm going to fill it up twice. That probably would have been enough to cover up the rock wool, but we're just going to do 1 more. Next, we're going to add the nutrient solution. This was more than enough water. It's plenty. More than needed. Mix it. We do need to balance the pH of this water. Just going to test the water and see what it's at right now. And it's at 7.4 right now. We need to lower it to between 5.5 and 6.5. So I'm going to try and lower it to about 6.0. I'm going to use a pH down to lower it. You just want to do a little bit at a time because, I mean, if you put too much in, then you have to add a pH up to increase it. We're going to test that. Oops. Right now that's at a 6.7. What I'm adding in, just so that I don't add too much in at a time, I'm using just a 1/4 teaspoon of the solution, not the solution, of the pH down acid. pH down. So it's now showing us 6.3, 6.2. Mixing it up. Alright, we're going to add a little bit more. Just a little bit, not even a full 1/4. Maybe like half of that. Let me test that out first. Six 6.1, 6.0, perfect. That is perfect. So that's what you want to have it at. So there's light nutrients because you do need to add nutrient solution is best recommended to your hydroponics. So we're going to add it in the rock wool cubes. And you want to just be mindful as you're piecing this apart, just because it is, you know, there's little pieces that break off of it. So you just want to just be mindful of how you're breaking it apart. And just read the instructions on anything that you buy, just so that you understand how to use it properly. We're going to let this soak in here for at least 1 hour before the seeds that have germinated are added to the rock wool. And I will show you how to do that as well. I have about 32 pieces here. Alright, we're going to just let that sit in there for 1 hour at least. It is day 5, and so I want to show you how the seeds are doing. We've already prepped the rock wool. I have taken all the water out of it, but I really do want to show you the seeds and show you which seeds have germinated, which ones are going to go inside the rock wool and then into the tray. So that is what we are going to start doing right now. Alright, so we're going to start with the Swiss chard. Now, some of these could have probably come out already. It's the Swiss chard, if you can see it. See how long that is definitely past due. This one can definitely go in. So there's a couple of them. Ooh, see, and they just attach. And I want to be very careful because I don't want to damage the roots at all. So the Swiss chard, there's a couple in there. There's about 2 in there that I can put in. So the ones that we are, I'll just set them aside to the right. This is another Swiss chard. This one not so much. Interesting. So that's interesting. This Swiss chard was fine. This one not so much. Maybe this might take a little bit longer. A lot of these seeds I've never, a lot of these seeds are from a company I have not purchased from yet, but I've heard, you know, good reviews about them. This is the Merveille des Quatre Saisons. Now, these were seeds that a friend just gave to me last year, but look at that. There's so many that have sprouted. So this is a definite. This one, not so sure. I'm going to move that over there. This is a dwarf Siberian kale. Oh, wow. Oh, they are beyond ready. Okay, we got to get these in. So it looks like some of these could have actually been transplanted into the rock wool yesterday or even the day before. But as you know, I'm really busy. And so I didn't get any time to do that, you know. Busy gardener, trying to do some simple things in the gardening. But sometimes you get so busy you can't get around to it. But they'll be just fine. This is the red Russian kale, which is one of my favorite kales. Just a little itty bitty one. I might put that one in. But these other ones have not really sprouted yet. I might give them another day. But I might put that one in. Dutch broad corn salad. I've never had this before. I don't see any that have really... No. Okay. So we'll see how that turns out. So this one, no. What did I say with this one? So this one I would do one of them. Let's check this one again. Set this one aside over here. We're not going to do anything with that yet, nor this one. Let's see how the spinach is. No, not really anything with the spinach. It's been 5 days. I wonder if there's something I could do differently. If you have any pointers, let me know. Cilantro. Not really yet. Now cilantro takes a longer time I remember in the garden to even sprout. It takes a longer time. And it loves cool weather. A lot of these are cool crops. Let's see how the basil. Oh yeah, the basil is ready. Got some good sprouted seeds in here. So it looks like what I'm going to do today is the basil Thai. There's one of the organic red Russian kale, Swiss chard, the dwarf Siberian kale, and the merveille des quatre saisons. So these 5 containers, and these other ones, I'm going to just put them back on the heat mat. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna see, just see how they turn out in maybe the next day or so, and just see how that goes. But other than that, these ones are going to be placed in the rock well. So I went ahead and moved those other ones away, and this is what we're ultimately going to do: put the rock well in this wonderful thing. This is just a tray that I bought from a local store, gardening store. It's pretty cool. I'm sure you can find this on Amazon or at your local gardening store, but it's so convenient because they fit inside of these cubed areas. And then a tray in here where I'm gonna fill up with some water that is pH balanced, and it has nutrient solution in it to the point where it touches the bottom of the rock wool so that it stays moisturized and it does not dry out. All right, we're going to set up 20 of these. Some of the other seeds start sprouting, and if they have to be placed in here, then these are already together. They're not separate. What you want to do is very simple. Just want to, there's already a hole there. Just want to lightly, just a little bit, just kind of open it up just a little bit. Okay. And you don't want to squeeze these rock wells at all. And you don't want to ruin the formation of it, the structure of it. Amazing how the roots will grow right through this rock wall. We need to label this. So you do want to take a label and label what you're putting here. So we're going to make sure that we put this in as much order as possible. So the order that's in, so that you don't forget this. You need to have your labels because you will get your plants confused if you do not. So be very careful when you take this out. Make it a little bit last couple that I'm doing are the basil. So I just put the last two basil in, and I'm trying to see if I'm going to put one more basil in there. And if this video is helpful, I can do another one like this as well, just showing how to put the seeds inside. It's a little bit tricky at first, but you'll get the hang of it. Okay, I've never grown basil indoors, so this is an experiment, so we'll see how that goes. This is basil, this just still has the shell in it, and then these two are also basil. So that is it for these seeds right now. And these other ones will continue to be placed in a space where it can continue to germinate, and we'll see how they turn out. So this is a closer look at the seeds. So this is the Swiss chard, Siberian kale, merveille des trois saisons. This was also another kale. I believe this one was another kale, and then this was a basil. So this is what we have, and then I'm going to put these seed containers back into a place where they can continue germinating. It will be with the other containers as well, so they can all continue to germinate. And then I can go ahead and set up the exact same thing that I did today with getting the rock wool ready, putting it in the tray. I am going to fill this tray up with some water mixed with the nutrient solution to the point where the water touches the bottom here, so that it is constantly getting water, nutrients, moisturize. And then it's going to be placed in a dome, just like so. And if I need to put a heating mat under it, I will, because I want it to be between about 70, at least 70 degrees. So between 70 to 75, 70 to 80 at most. And so just pay attention to the humidity in the dome. Sometimes you need to kind of prop it up for ventilation to help support with that. But just pay attention to the temperature between 70 to 80, I would say at most, to get this plant growing the way that it needs to. I sure hope this video was helpful and that you were able to learn how to germinate seeds indoors, transplanting them into the rock wool to get them ready for your hydroponic system. I hope that there was something that you were able to learn. There are many different ways to be able to germinate seeds. This is just only one method of doing it, but I hope that you were able to learn something. But just know, just get started, just do it. Just get started and just take the leap and just do it. It is fun, it's exciting, it's rewarding just to know that you're able to grow your own foods. And in the winter time, because it's winter right now for me, but being able to grow indoors in the winter and all seasons. But until next time, I will see you soon. But just remember to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video and like it. And I will see you next time. And remember to grow leafy.